Dydd Gwener pawb, it's time for us to find out our disgybl yr wythnos and writer of the week for each class. But before we do, Year 6 have got a treat for us. They've got a lovely song in Welsh to start our assembly. If any other classes would love to have a go, start practicing. Let's find out who's been fantastic this week.
Our dosbarth coch. It's Friday and we've had a lovely week in class. So our disgybl yr wythnos this week is going to Joel. He did fantastic number work with Mrs. Kia and he tried his very best. We're really proud of you, Joel. Keep up the good work. Have a lovely weekend.
Prynawn da, and what a wonderful week it's been in Dosbarth Oren. We have taken a trip all the way to Antarctica in order to see the differences in Wales at winter time compared to Antarctica. And the children had come up with lots and lots of differences that they could see. But for this week, for disgybl yr wythnos, it's been a really, really hard decision to make. So I have now come to my final decision. And this person is getting disgybl yr wythnos is because this week, during their owl activities, they made sure that they did their Peg the Owl activities. Not only did they do every single one of the activities, but they also made sure that they did them with full concentration and making sure that they did their best. And that's all we want, is that they are trying their best. And that person is Nova. Da iawn, Nova. Then for writer of the week was a really hard one to decide because lots of children this week really wowed Mrs. Bull and I with their writing. And this week we've been looking at making some lovely sentences, writing some lovely sentences about snow using lots and lots of adjectives. And this person really stood out because look at their amazing work. They highlighted the correct and incorrect adjectives to describe snow, and then they wrote an amazing sentence using one of the adjectives. The sparkly snow. And that person is Mia. Da iawn, Mia. You should be very proud of yourself. And da iawn, Nova. Super duper work. Keep it up, girls.
Prynhawn da dosbarth melyn, so it's time for disgybl yr wythnos and writer of the week. But first of all, I want to say a huge da iawn to everyone for all their hard work and great effort this week. Da iawn, everyone. But for writer of the week this week is going to somebody that's impressed us with their letter formation. When we were making our love tree to celebrate Dydd Santes Dwynwen, they took real care with writing the people who they care and love for. And that goes to Darcy, Bendigedig Darcy, keep it up. And for disgybl yr wythnos is going to two children this week. And the first one is to somebody who sometimes comes in a little bit upset in the morning. But yesterday they had a fantastic day and they worked really hard and listened all day. And that's to Owain. Da iawn, Owain. And the other child is going to is Charlie. Charlie, you blew us away with your read-writing skills this week and we are super proud. And I know Mrs. Jones, the head teacher, was very impressed with you and Owain. Bendigedig. Hwyl fawr.
Prynhawn da dosbarth gwerth. Disgybl yr wythnos time once more. Been a busy week this week and Mr. Williams and I have really had a tough decision who to give disgybl yr wythnos to this week. But we've decided that there's only one person that's been standing out this week and he's been excellent.
Yeah, so disgybl yr wythnos this week It's been a tough week in Dosbarth Gwyrdd. We've missed some play times, but this young man has tried really hard, been super helpful, excellent with his writing in language and in his maths, so I'm super proud of Harper. Well done, Harper. Disgwyl yr wythnos this week.
Fantastic, Harper, well done. Writer of the week this week. That was quite a tricky decision because everybody has tried really hard with the pieces of writing that we have actually done this week. But writer of the week this week is going to a young man who worked hard writing sentences about sugar lump, and he used lots of interesting adjectives in his writing. So our writer of the week this week is Henry. Well done, Henry.
Prynawn da dosbarth glas. We've had a lovely busy week this week and everyone has worked very hard. My disgwyl yr wythnos this week is going to somebody who's really tried hard with coming in the mornings, and they've been a lot more settled this week. And that's Lily. Well done, Lily. We're all very proud of how you've been coming in this week and how hard you've been working. And my writer of the week this week is going to somebody who wrote some excellent sentences in their writing owl this week, and that's Mila. Well done, Mila. You were using the connective and to write some compound sentences, and you were also trying to use the connectives but and so as well. Da iawn.
Prynhawn da. Well, what a busy week it's been this week. My disgwyl yr wythnos goes to someone who's finally starting to learn how to share, and they've been sharing the bike equipment on the yard. And that's Olive. Da iawn, Olive. We're so proud of you.
Prynhawn da dosbarth Arian. This week has gone really quick and Mrs Jones hasn't been in the beginning of the week, so I've had to chat with Mrs Thomas about disgwyl yr wythnos and writer of the week. For writer of the week, we're giving it to a little boy who's been trying really hard with his writing this week, keeping it neat, keeping it on the line and trying to get it all the same size. So for his hard work this week with his writing, our writer of the week is going to Jayden. Da iawn, Jayden. For disgwyl yr wythnos, we've been looking at mountains in school, the Welsh mountains. And this little girl has gone home and done her own research, looked at the different mountains, and she's even come back and told me that Snowdon is the biggest mountain in Wales, and she's found out information about it. So that's excellent, that is, Ruby. So you've got our disgwyl yr wythnos. Da iawn.
This week we have two disgwyl yr wythnos in dosbarth Safia. The first one is Cooper for smashing his maths and doing great on his digital work. The second one is Liberty for coming into school this week, always with a smile and being happy.
Prynawn da dosbarth Yscolet. We've had another very, very busy week in school this week. My disgwyl yr wythnos this week goes to someone who this week his attitude has really impressed me towards his work. At the start of the week, we've been looking at multiplying two-digit numbers to two-digit numbers using the grid method. At the start of the week, he was a little bit unsure with how to complete the method, but by the end of the week, he was able to do it independently and showed fantastic resilience. So my disgwyl yr wythnos this week goes to Rory. So llongyfarchiadau, Rory, and have a wonderful weekend, everyone. Hwyl fawr.
Croeso pawb. In Dosbarth Efydd this week, we have been working our socks off. We are all quite shattered this afternoon, but our disgwyl yr wythnos this week is going to a young man who has tried really hard in all his tasks, been helpful to others and kind and caring. So da iawn to our Lucas for being such a fantastic person. Our writer of the week goes to a young man who ordinarily finds letter formation, number formation a bit tricky, doesn't necessarily want to sit and do a lot of work in writing, but I'm proud to say, Elijah Collins, you are our writer of the week for a fantastic story map, and you have tried lots and lots of your tasks. Da iawn.
Prynawn da pawb. Well, I can't believe another week has gone by and it's Celebration Assembly yet again. Well, in Dosbarth I this week, I'm going to give disgwyl yr wythnos to this person because she always gives 100% in everything she does. And that has to go to Paige Richards. Da iawn, Paige. And then we're not having writer of the week this week in Dosbarth I, but instead we're going to have artists of the week, because there's two girls in particular that I want to give this award to for their designing of a Welsh love spoon for Santa's Diamond Day, and that has to go to Delphi and Lexi. Da iawn, girls, you really blew me away with your designs. Hwyl fawr.
Well done to all our winners this week. Everybody else, you've done fantastic work. Keep trying that a little bit harder to see if you can get certificates next week. And we'd like to wish you all a happy weekend. Bye.